to her actual brow shape. See how I'm like right up against it? Okay, and this side too. Be right up against it. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, and then what we're going to do now is take the lipstick. Okay, turn your head. And I'm going to raise the top because I want it to be thin as possible. The lining is a little bit thick, okay? So we want it to be thin as possible.
Sorry I messed your lines up.
No, you're good. Okay, so once I do this, okay. Alright, so now we're going to do this side. So what I do when I'm working on this side, I stand in front of her because I want to make sure I'm looking at this height and this height. We want this to be the same height.
Gotcha.
Down here, we want to make sure it's the same height, like
Gotcha.
that.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to use that. And we're going to follow along her shape again. Okay.
And you get your client to look at it before you start.
Yep, because she needs to be comfortable with the shape. So on the portal, you have access to brow mapping, but that one doesn't cover the shaded in part. So that's why I'm allowing you to record this. Because I want you to know what to do when you shade it in. So just know that that one, it leaves it hollow. You could technically leave it hollow, but when it comes to ombre powder, you kind of want to fill it in so your clients have a better feel since it's a makeup look.
I got you, yeah.
Okay, so once I kind of get very close to the shape I want, that's when I lay her down, and then I shape it a little bit more better. Okay, so we're going to just shave all that extra hair, because we don't need it.
And I guess females know that that hair will grow back and they gotta trim it up again.
Yeah, yeah, they know. I'm gonna just kind of clean that up for her. I don't pluck, we don't thread, we just shave. Okay, just clean it up very nicely for them. And this side too. Okay, and then this side. Stretch her skin. Okay. I get really close to the shape when I shave. It's okay to even shave slightly inside of it because it's going to grow back. We want a clean edge.
The part that's not on the portal, so go ahead and make sure you get all of this part. This is the part I'm going to shade in and we're going to conceal the edge. Okay. Just going to lightly shade it in.
And do you try to color it black, or you just make it thicker?
No, I'm just shading it in so that way when they take a look at it, they'll have a better idea of the shape than being hollow. Because this is more of a soft makeup look, so you want them to get a good feel of it.
I've never in my life seen this much coloring on a lady's face. That's one funny part for me.
The pencil?
Well, just the lines and everything. The process.
Oh, like mapping?
Yeah.
Do we have Q-tips, Cecilia? Yeah. Can we get Q-tips?
Okay, thank you. I actually just do one side before I finish the other and show her because we don't want to go through this whole process. See how I'm blending it?
Yeah.
Then after that, I take a wet cotton stick and clean that off. Okay. Now, if you have a very clean edge drawing that's super fine, super thin, you know, you may not have to like shade it in. You know, they could see what shape it is, right? But this also really helps them kind of see the shape better. You know, once it's finished, it's going to be like this. It's going to be solid. So. And then even though it's going to feel a little dark at first, remember, they lose 50% of the color.
Yeah.
Right? Open your eyes for me. Beautiful. That's what I'm doing.
Once you set up, you said just make sure everything's even on both sides, right?
You want to make sure that they're very, like, especially that front, right? Because this is where it's really noticeable. Back here, I mean, it could be slightly off and you can't tell, but the head is really important when it comes to the ombre or powder.
Okay.
Okay? And make sure it's not too thick, and that comes to a point. Beautiful. Okay, it looks a little dark, but let them know this isn't the color we're going to give it. You know, this is just
50%, right?
Yeah, this is kind of just mapping it just to make sure she's happy with the shape. And then what I'm also checking is making sure that the, you know, the height of the arch area is going to be the same height. You don't want one to be up here, one down, right?
Muy bonito.
Yeah. Thank you. Here, I'm going to just kind of shape a little. Oh, you're sweet. Beautiful. Okay. Open your eyes for me. Okay. Naturally, this one's a little higher, okay, but... Just a little bit. Make sure they have their eyes closed. That's it. Just like that.
Okay.
Okay, and what you do is you take the numbing agent, and how you apply it is you lightly dab it on them. Don't rub it, just let it lightly dab and sit on their brow for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay? Just like that. That's it.
Yes.
Okay? The reason why you put a setting powder is so that way when you take the numbing off, it doesn't smear the shape. Okay? So I'm going to take it off, okay? Because I don't want to pre-numb you. I don't like to pre-numb my clients because I like good skin. I don't like thick skin. So to take this off, you would actually get the back of the cotton stick, and then you want to make sure you go in the direction the hair is growing.
Gotcha.
You see? Just like that.
Okay.
Oh, that's kind of okay, and then again. You see? Clean, huh?
Yeah.
We didn't lose that shape, and then that's it. And then right here, we can clean that up too if you want to.
You gotta use that powder.
Translucent powder, you don't have to, but it does help.
Okay.
Because it sets the makeup, you know, like the drawing. And so we don't want to smear that drawing when we take it off. But look how clean that is. Okay, ready? It's going to be, and I'll talk more about how you can tell what color these are going to be. But I think for her, dark fudge might be good, just straight. Typically, I mix pigments.
Going from that area.
Typically, I mix pigments, but let's see how dark fudge looks on her. And if it's too light, we'll add maybe a drop or two of blackest brown.
Okay.
Okay? The brush, take a little bit, put it right here so we don't double dip, because we don't need too much of the concealer.
Okay.
Okay. So you take this. Okay. See how the edge, because we're outlining if we were to ombre, right? And this isn't a very clean edge for me to outline. So what I do with the concealer,
Making yourself a clean line?
yeah, that way it's easier for you to outline. By following that concealer.
And you won't go over the line, I
You
guess.
go right on that edge.
Gotcha.
That's if you're doing ombre, right? Because powder, you don't need to outline.
That looks perfect.
So now it's much more sharp, right? So
Right.
you can outline it. Top too if you want to. Usually top I don't, because the hair grows down. That's why the bottom is a little bit more messy.
Okay.
But that's what you would do, okay? And that's gonna help you outline much better.
Wow.
Clean, huh?
Man, that's clean.
Yeah. Can I get a single needle and then the 3? This is high. This table's so high. You know what? I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit like this. All right. It'll work.
And do you have a video of you doing this, or?
It's on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure it's clean. Okay. Right here. Gonna lightly scratch. You're gonna lightly scratch. Yeah, the pick, because powder's not online either,
Okay.
but ombre is online.
If you ever wanted somebody to come do a professional video, any of this, and you're in Charlotte, let me know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we already have. Yeah.
So you can still tell what you're doing. Because it's just a wetter black.
Exactly.
And now, what made you do the what's the tan stuff on the bottom of this one, but not on that one?
That I was just showing you what to do if it's ombre.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because ombre, remember, you have to do outlining, but
Yep.
powder you don't do outlining, right?
Right.
So powder, what you
Okay,
do is you just shade, and then this is how you're gonna check your work. So, because you don't want to shade the whole thing and you realize it's not in her skin. So what you do is you just kind of wipe it down.
Mm-hmm.
But you notice I didn't start from the tip of the tail because I don't want to lose that. So see how I wiped it, and you can
Mhm.
see it. You see?
Yep.
Okay, so now we know we're in the skin, right?
A little test.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you scoot down for me a little bit? Okay, there we go. Okay, so right here, see how I'm scratching? Scratch. You hear that sound?
Yep. Like a flick.
Mm-hmm. Let me do that 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
4 times, 1 pass.
Mm-hmm. Because for powder, you don't have an outline as your base, right? So the shading, that first pass is gonna be your base, so you don't lose your shape. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check my work. So we're gonna do, and you could also, when you check your work, you could even use Q-tip. So what that means is, just get wet Q-tip and kind of work in sections. You see how I did that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I'm making sure, okay, this color, right?
Got it.
Okay. So see how the dry cotton pad
Mm-hmm.
or gauze, it's there so that way I don't slip. My fingers don't slip.
And you're keeping this nice stretch.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna blend it back a little bit. There we go. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I could wipe it, and because I kind of check my work, I know that the pigment's in her skin. You see that shape?
Mm-hmm.
So now after that, I go ahead, you can see it.
Yeah.
That's your base. So even though the shape is no longer there, as in what you pre-drew,
Mhm.
right? You know what shape
Right,
it is.
yep. Gotcha.
So I'm gonna go ahead and numb her. And we're gonna do the other side. I'm gonna have to stand up here on my thumb. You see how it's on my thumb right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna prevent my pinky from slipping. Start from the corner. Gradually slide it down towards me. Get pigment often because you don't want to scratch her and there's no pigmentation in her skin and you're just scratching. So make sure you dip for pigment often. Let's check our work. One stick, or you can get a Q-tip. Just kind of slide it down. Make sure there's pigment in there, right?
Gotcha. Barely see it, huh?
You barely see it. If it's hard, let me just do a little bit because I want to make sure you see her shape. The first pass is, you know, it's pretty light, right? You don't want it too dark because you're building it up as you do all the passes. I'm scratching it. It looks like I'm going back and forth. I'm actually scratching. The whipping motion, scratch, scratch. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go somewhere right around here. See? Pigmentation?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's not too dark. Right here. Can you see it?
Yeah, a little lighter.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Now we're gonna wipe it all off. And then one up on this side. See, I feel safe to wipe it now because I know it's in her skin. So after you wipe all the shape off, you don't lose your shape. That's why you gotta check your work.
And are you putting anything on that to get that off? Anything
It's wet.
special? Just water?
It's actually water and green soap.
Green
but
soap.
we're out of green soap. So if it had green soap, it would wipe off even better. Turn this way. So right here at the tip, what I'm going to do is just kind of make it a little sharp. So you want that tail to be a little bit more of a point.
That's almost like the pride and joy of the eyebrows, isn't it?
That tip, yep. And you want that to be just a nice, clean, sharp point. I'm actually going to arch it a little bit more for her. And then this is a little trick. So whenever you do the airplane movement, right? This area is going to fade. So watch right here. See the arch? I want that a little bit sharper. It's okay to go a little bit past her shape because when you do the airplane, all that tip is going to fade anyways.
Yep.
You know, and just like that. And it's okay to crosshatch as you move forward because all of that is going to fade again.
The main concern is just having the like you said, pixels.
Yeah, exactly. See how I kind of passed my line a little bit? Yep, but that's all going to fade out.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about on that.
That way it gives her a nice arch right there.
And girls like the arch, huh?
Girls like arch and girls like sharp tails.
Okay. Note to self.
Unless, usually older clients are different though, so you gotta, usually the younger ones are all about the arch and that. They want you to snatch their tail, how you say it. Even the wings, you know, for eyeliner, I have clients that, this part, it's okay to crosshatch. See how I'm cross-hatching right here? And then again, it's okay to go slightly outside of the shape because when you do the airplane, it's gonna fade.
Right. How long does it take you to do one of these from start to finish?
Start to finish, I would say anywhere from at least like 3 hours, 4 hours maybe, 4 to 5 hours sometimes, just because you want to get that shaping right. So
Still no pain?
No.
we're
Excellent.
barely scratching, you know.
Okay. Not so bad, right? So sometimes numbing kind of helps the redness go down too.
You said numbing?
Yeah,